Good evening. It is 7 p.m. I will call the Tuesday, August 6th, 2024 Board of Selectmen meeting to order. All three selectmen are present, and we won't begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, which is agenda item 2, but we'll move forward with the approval of minutes. I'll make a motion that we approve the Board of Selectmen meeting minutes from July 16th, 2024.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on these minutes?
I didn't see anything.
Okay, and I'm good as well. All in favor of approving the minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Make a motion that we approve the Board of Selectmen special meeting minutes from July 30th, 2024.
Second.
Okay, any discussion on these minutes?
Nope.
Nope. All in favor of approving the minutes as presented, say aye.
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 Okay. Moving on to agenda item 4, correspondence. I don't have any correspondence to report. Is there any correspondence that we received that might have gotten forgotten by any of us?
I don't have anything.
No, I don't either.
All right, we'll move on to agenda item 5, selectmen comments. Floor is open for selectmen comments.
Honestly, I don't have any comments other than primary August 13th and early voting has begun.
Yep.
Runs until Sunday.
All right. The only thing that maybe, Amy, you can let us know, how are they making out with the bridge on Route 12? Do you know?
We have a meeting with Melinda and myself and Joe on the 14th. They seem to have run into a few issues, but we'll know a little bit more as far as whether or not they'll be finishing on time as of the 14th. So we just actually, sorry, it's the 15th, not the 14th of August. We planned that meeting just so that we'd have a better grasp of where they're at. At the last time I spoke with the engineer from the state of Connecticut, he thought they were about 5 business days behind, which obviously will disrupt school bus traffic. But we'll know more on the 15th. And additionally, in regard to Buckley Hill Road bridges, because I know that you've had a concern for several meetings, our liaison from Troop D was able to secure traffic, the traffic division of the state police, and they have been present in the area on Buckley Hill a couple of times. I haven't gotten a report as far as what the status of, but I do plan on reaching back out to our liaison, Sergeant Dan Bruel, to get a feel for what they were able to, were they able to ticket trucks, etc. So, but we were able to secure that finally, which was good news. And I really have to thank our deputy emergency management director, John Zamaki. He's a good contact, and he calls the right people and really helped to get a presence there. So I'm grateful to him for what he did to help assist me with connecting with the right people.
I'm sure their presence will definitely make an impact, especially for the people that are living on Buckley Hill Road.
Yeah,
as well.
For sure. So I'll give you guys an
news.
update at our next meeting as far as what it's looking like for the bridge completion. So because our next meeting will be after my meeting on the 15th. So I should have a better grasp of when it's going to be finished. Any other selectmen comments?
No, the main concern would be the timing of the bridge, and we always expect that once that frees it up, it does make the traffic flow more back to normal, which is big relief for us in town.
Yeah, and I think the craziness of the first few weeks of the road closure it's kind of subsided. The majority of people that travel the route remember and know. So it's been less chaotic in that area, so as we would expect.
Yeah, word eventually gets around, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Additionally, as far as roads, Spicer Road has been completed, as well as that section of Porter Plain Road. The paving company is planning to take Stawicki Road as the last big reclamation project. And they'll be beginning, I think it was the end of next week. I just received an update on that. So excited for those roads to be completed. And
Did,
yeah.
did you ever find out if Baker Road was getting done?
We are having a few staffing issues. We've had a couple staff people go out on sick leave. So it's left us shorthanded. It is still the plan. As far as the in-house paving is concerned, it's just, as long as we can keep the crew intact. It's been a little taxing, so.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. Not having the manpower puts up for projects like that must be incredibly difficult.
Well, in addition to trying to keep up with the roadside mowing and that general stuff, they were able to finish up the drainage work on both Bonnet Ave and Stawicki Road. And those were big undertakings. That was something Joe really had in his sights. And he's projecting that Bonnet Ave will get paved next year.
Okay.
So they're doing a lot of work. It's just, and Lowell Davis, and completing Lowell Davis is a priority as well. Since they only finished about half of it last year, so. But yeah, hopefully everything stays on track and our crew can stay whole and they'll be able to complete the work that they want to complete.
Sounds good.
All right. There's no other selectmen comments. We will open up the floor to citizen comments. And it's only Zoom tonight, which is strange. We haven't been only Zooming in forever. Valerie Clark.
Yep, Valerie Clark, Alm Road. I wasn't planning to speak tonight, but Baker Road keeps coming up. I'm going to just put in I'm sure it's not a popular opinion, but it would be better off left alone. We've got enough problems over here. We don't need to make it easier to travel this road. Thank you.
Can I just, Valerie, the only reason I brought it up at the last meeting is a citizen had asked me where it was in the lineup for being paved. And it's kind of, we both went back and forth and agreed that it could create another speedway to have it paved, but it's getting pretty bad. And the potholes are, harmful to the cars. So I kind of understand what you're saying because I travel Baker Road a lot.
Yeah, we've got huge issues over here with criminals, with people speeding. I was on Baker Road walking tonight and, people come whipping down there and someone was driving a truck on Baker Road and drove so fast that they were crashing into, the sound of the truck was crashing on the road. And it's just, we don't need to make it easier to travel here. We need to make it harder. Thank you. The road goes nowhere.
Right. Any other citizen comments? And thank you for that, Valerie. We do appreciate that opinion and I completely understand where you're coming from.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, Amy understands because she had to deal with the problem on Baker Road and Alm Road this week, so.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. If there's no other citizen comments, we will move on to agenda item 7. Tim HS project graduation request for Fill the Paw fundraiser at the transfer station, and there are 3 Saturdays they are requesting that are open September 7th of 2024, and then March 22nd of 2025, and April 26th of 2025 from 8 a.m. to noon.
Make a motion to approve the Fill the Paw fundraiser on the above given dates that have been requested.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any discussion on this request? All in favor of approving the request for the fundraisers at the transfer station, say aye.
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 Aye. You're right. It passes. We'll let Heather Santos know. Agenda item 8, bringing this back. I know we kind of briefly touched upon the new ordinance proposal. If just for the listening audience, we had a bid policy that was a 3-line policy that really didn't address all of the needs of a bid policy. And according to state statute, any type of bid policy should be an ordinance, to which we have one to present to the Board of Selectmen. If the Board of Selectmen approves it, or obviously the Board of Selectmen can make changes, but if it's approved, it would have to go to town meeting as a new ordinance for town approval. So I know you guys needed maybe a little bit more time to absorb all the information and look through the ordinance in greater detail. Do you have any thoughts or?
Do we have a projected date that we were looking to have our next town meeting?
I would in my mind shooting for sometime in September. September always seems to be a good time because people are getting back from vacation. They're back in the swing of things with school, etc. But obviously there's no giant demand. We all agreed that the ordinance for the budget process for the annual town meeting, that was acceptable to present to the public. So I feel like, well, as long as we have a meeting before budget season, there's no immediate rush for it. But if I was to want one, it would be September or October.
All right, so figure in the last quarter of the year.
Yep.
Just for clarification, this is in regard to any bid request or proposal with an estimated cost of $25,000 or more. And it has to be approved. The bid has to be approved, or going out to bid would be approved by the Board of Selectmen as well as the Board of Finance. Am I reading that correctly?
Board of Finance, in cases where it's something that's not budgeted or
Previously approved.
previously approved. It's just like it is
For a
now.
project that's not previously approved for the given fiscal year, then that department head or chair shall be required to formally request authorization from the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Finance before proceeding.
Mhm. And this also
I would think,
outlines- Yep, sorry, Ken, you go ahead.
no, I would think that most of what I've read usually pertains to what we have in the budget that's been approved.
Mhm.
Usually, in the past when we've done even the school oil tank redo, that's a whole different ball game where you're looking at an estimate cost. We were looking at bonding, things of that nature. It's quite the process
Mhm.
when something isn't in the already approved budget. These things that we're looking at is stuff that's in the budget.
Correct.
That's been built upon based on what that simple bid process policy was.
Correct.
So, but
Right.
I've been
And
looking
some of the
at,
bigger-
I've been poking around, some of the other towns trying to get, some feel where I've been fortunate enough to be able to bring something up.
Mhm.
Sometimes some of these towns' websites can be a little convoluted trying to find things. But most of them that I have seen so far all have the ordinance that we were lacking, but they are slightly different. So I'm still digesting, that as well.
Mhm.
Because I'd rather get this thing as right as possible. So it's always more convoluted to keep having town meetings to make adjustments,
Right.
because once that ordinance is passed. So
Is there some element, Ken, to the ordinance that you're thinking should be adjusted, or?
possibly the cost. I mean, right now, anything over 10,000 in our bid policy, we go out for with bids, and we're kicking it up to 25,000. Even under paragraph 2, reasonably estimated cost between 7,500. We were taking care of that at 10, so I'm still digesting some of that.
Okay.
Do you want to put it out to another meeting?
I would, yes, please.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
The 7,500 to 25,000 still requires multiple quotes. So it's just the bigger projects where they become more of either a bid proposal or a request for proposal. So, but yeah, we can certainly hold off and keep digesting this and, yeah, discuss it in further detail. So shall we move
I'm
on?
good with that.
Yeah.
Suzanne, did you have
Yeah,
anything,
no,
any
No,
thought that you wanted to share about it before we?
no, I received the the clarification that I was looking for.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on to agenda item 9. Certified Resolution DECD grant. This is the Community Investment Fund, round 5. So we have failed a few times. There is promise that this could be the round that we actually get the funding. And Tara is getting ready to submit for it, and so she basically needs the Board of Selectmen to approve the resolution for her to go out to Department of Economic and Community Development through the state of Connecticut to request a grant which will cover the reconstruction of Main Street, the sidewalks, and the road itself, as well as some upgrades and enhancements to Oscar Swanson Park and the Main Street development area. She is calling it the reweaving of fabric of North Grosvenor-Dale. That's the title of the application that she's making to DECD, and the total amount that she is looking for is $4 million, roughly, and some change. $4,047,484 to be exact. So she's looking for a resolution from us, so that she can apply for this round of grant funding. We have applied for it 4 different times. So, and I think that there might be 5 more rounds after this. I believe there's 10 rounds total.
All right, so I will make the motion that we approve,
Yep, or adopt the resolution.
adopt the resolution, put forth, by the EDC, to move forward with certified resolution of the government body. Sorry, move forward with, what is it called?
So it's the Community Investment Fund Round 5 grant.
Community Investment Fund Round 5 grant.
All right, I'll second that.
Is that gonna cover what we need? Is that gonna?
Yeah, I think so.
suffice?
Dottie, can you decipher that? We're adopting the resolution to move forward with the application to
She's got a thumbs up.
DECD. Okay.
Yeah,
Or-
all these resolutions are boilerplate things that we have to do in order
Yeah,
to apply for these grants.
Yeah, DECD wants to know
Yeah,
that the.
we
the
just need a
governing
second
body-
before we can discuss
Oh, I
it.
seconded it.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, DECD wants to know that the governing body, us, is in agreement. I think every single time we've applied, I get so hopeful. And I'm really hoping that we've made enough, because when you fail to get it, DECD kind of coaches us and tells us what might have been missing from the application, what they might be looking for. I'm really hoping this time, obviously, if you've traveled on Main Street, we know that it's in dire need of development. We have the new brew pub there. We have the new Superior Storage Facility. We're hoping that we get a few more storefronts along that street to really revitalize Main Street. And it's really the heart of that North Grosvenor-Dale area, and it's in severe disrepair. So, yeah, I'm hoping this is the round. So,
Yeah, it's quite the project because there's a lot of moving parts. We're getting Main Street done between the sewer, the water, et cetera, the sidewalks. So it is a big undertaking.
yep. All right, any other discussion? We have a motion and a
Nope.
second. All in favor of adopting the resolution as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Any other business to bring before the Board of Selectmen this evening?
I don't have anything.
Okay. All right, back to citizen comments. Agenda item 11, citizen comments. Yes, Valerie Clark.
I don't believe that it is a Town of Thompson meeting, but I feel like it should be on the calendar. The transfer station, we didn't talk about this tonight at the Selectmen's meeting, but the transfer station meeting about the I think it's a reapproval of the remediation plan.
Oh, the stewardship,
Yes.
the public.
Yeah, I saw that in the paper.
Yeah, it was in the paper. It's a side note, I think, on the website, but it feels like it should be on the calendar if we're gonna put it in the paper and on the website.
I think that's a great idea, Valerie. I'll get it on the calendar tomorrow. And
Thanks.
it is Zoom only, and that is the stewardship permit, the renewal of the stewardship permit for the capped landfill. So. Through DEEP. But I will ask Marie to put that on the calendar. I think that's a great idea. Any other citizen comments? I have no tax refunds.
That's
good.
Tax office is really working hard to get caught up. There was a lot of mail-in payments, and they've got a couple mail bins still full that they're trying to get caught up on. So, yeah, so I guess there hasn't been time to process refunds. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. And
Second.
all in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. It is 7:24 PM and we are adjourned.
Have a
Thanks.
good night.
Have a good
Have a
evening.
great night.